Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode in our all-age videos about wisdom. This morning, as we continue to look at the wisdom book of Ecclesiastes, Martin will be speaking about the futility of riches. So in our video this morning, we're going to be looking at Jesus' teaching about putting all your faith and all your trust in earthly wealth. You see, one day, Jesus was teaching the people as normal when a man, and let's call him Bob, shall we, pushed through the crowd. He wanted to ask Jesus to do something for him. He said, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide our inheritance with me. I want what I'm due, and he's not sharing it fairly." Jesus replied, "Why are you asking me? Who made me the judge?" The man said, "But you're a wise teacher and an expert in the law, and I know you can be trusted." "Well then," Jesus continued, "you need to be careful because you're starting to sound a little bit greedy, and you need to watch out for all different types of greed, even if you think it's your right, because life is not about how much we have. It's much, much more than that. So let me tell you a story. It might help. One day, there was this farmer. His farm was quite small, but he worked really hard and his crops grew well. He often had to go out into the fields and chase the birds away so that they wouldn't eat his grain. And one day, he even found a small boy sitting at the side of his field, tucking into the grain. The farmer was so selfish, he wouldn't share anything, and he even chased the little boy away. The farmer was pleased, and when it came time to harvest, the farmer gathered all his grain into a big pile. There was so much of it. Now he was really rich. He was set for life. His hard work had paid off. He could kick back and take it easy and live the life of luxury. But when he looked at the massive pile of grain, he realized that it wouldn't fit into his small, rickety old barns. There was just too much of it. So he thought to himself, "I know, I'll build new, bigger barns so that I can store everything I own and no one else will be able to get at their hands on it." And that is just what he did. Then, that evening, he had a party all by himself. While he was partying, God spoke to him and said, "You fool! Look at all this wealth you've gathered together, and not once have you thought of helping anyone else with it. Listen to me. You are going to die tonight. And what is going to happen to all of your stuff then? It'll just rot away and no one will benefit." And sure enough, that evening the farmer died, and everything that he had stored up was eaten up by the birds and animals, or simply rotted away. You see, the farmer could have done so much good with his money. He could have helped so many people, but he was selfish and he wanted to keep everything for himself. He thought his wealth and riches were his security and made him the man he was. He put all his trust in money, not in God. But money in itself is not a bad thing. Money can do a lot of good. But when money becomes the most important thing, then it is bad, because God should be the most important thing in our lives. Jesus said, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and vermin can destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Because where your treasure is, that is where your heart will be also."